Sophie. Do you want to tell me a bit about yourself?
Well, I've been doing lots of things, like playing with my toys. Do-do-do, I'm Mr. Owl. Do-do-do, I'm
Very
Sophie.
nice. How old are you?
I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm 5.
5, wow. Now, you're at school, aren't you? Yeah? I'm studying too, and I've got some homework that I'd like you to help me with.
Homework. I like homework.
Oh, that's good. Well, my homework is to try and explain something to a child, and although you're a bit younger than the child that they suggested, I'd still like to see if you can understand it, and then I know if I'm making it simple enough.
Simple?
Yeah, not too complicated.
Oh, not too difficult.
So the thing that I want to explain to you is called constructive alignment.
Constructive alignment. It's getting complicated.
That sounds funny. Well, I'll tell you a bit about it and then hopefully you understand. Okay, so constructive alignment is something to do with teaching and learning, which is something we both do. Well-aligned teaching allows the student, like you, Sophie, you're a student at school.
Well, aren't students like you?
Well,
People that go to work instead of people that are little and go to school.
Well, students are people at school, or they might be older, they might be at university or college.
What?
Students are anyone who's learning.
I learn at school.
Brilliant.
I learn how to look after pets.
So let me tell you about this thing called constructive alignment. Do you know what aligned means, if things are lined up?
Oh, like a line, okay?
Yeah.
This and this and this and this.
That's all lined up, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what we want is for teaching and learning to be all nice and lined up.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing that somebody wants to learn is the same as the activity that the student gets to practice, and then it's the same as the activity that someone examines you on and does an assessment on.
An assessment?
That's like a test.
What's a test?
So I'll try and explain things a bit more. So if the aim is to learn something new, then that's known as the...
I think there's 2 types of aim. Is it like we're aiming for something, or is it the different type?
Yeah, there's different ways of using the word aim. That's right.
Yeah, but is it the one when you're aiming for somewhere?
Well, yes, you are. You're aiming to learn something. And that's known as your intended learning outcome. You've heard that before, haven't you?
Yeah.
We've spoken about this, haven't we?
We have.
That's why I'm hoping you'll be understanding it better, because we've had a chat about it. So the intended learning outcome is, do you remember what we said it was? The thing that someone wants to learn. Yeah, something new they want to learn.
I'm safe.
And in order to learn that new thing, the student gets to do learning activities. And in those learning activities, they're practicing.
It's getting complicated.
Okay, so you've got something new you want to learn. You do activities that help you to learn that thing. And then at the end, you get a test to see if you learnt that thing. Do you think that sounds complicated or not too bad?
Not too bad.
So that's what we call constructive alignment.
Okay, I was about to say that.
So number 1, you've got something you want to learn. Number 2, You've got an activity that allows you to learn it. Number 3
is that you've got the structured alignment.
That's when you get the assessment or the test.
Assess-
Do you know what will make this a lot easier, Sophie?
What?
Is if I give you an example.
An example.
An example is where you get to put the theory into real life. So think of something new that you might want to learn.
How to ride a bike in a special way.
Well, let's just stick with how to ride a bike. So that's your intended learning outcome. Excellent. So then how do you build a learning activity into the task?
I think you use the intended learning outcome to do that.
So your intended learning outcome is learn to ride a bike. So what's the activity going to be?
The activity is to learn how to ride a bike.
So what do you need to practice?
We need to practice riding a bike.
Exactly, it's that simple. You want to learn to ride a bike, so the activity is
Hey, look.
practice.
Hey, look, my bike is upside down.
You're practicing riding your bike, very good. And at the end, I'm going to give you a test. What's the test going to be?
The test is how to ride a bike.
I'm going to see if you can ride a bike. Do you see how that's aligned? It follows on. One thing follows on from the other, It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense to me too.
Brilliant. So can you tell me any of those words that you've learnt today? Any of those new words?
A watty line.
Ah, constructive alignment. That's what this
Oh.
is all about. Thank you so much for helping me with my homework, sweetheart.
Whoop.